What's it like inside your mind, my dear?
Hello, welcome to another What I Eat in a Week video. I was thinking of skipping the voiceover part because of my very bad throat, but here I am sitting with a glass of warm water, doing the voiceover of this video. So for Monday, I started my morning with the usual avocado toast with scrambled eggs. So I use pasteurized brown eggs. That is the reason the scrambled eggs are so yellow and fluffy, and they taste like class apart from normal usual white eggs. So I topped it off with some chili oil and some green onions, and this was my Monday morning breakfast. This is very fulfilling because of the protein, the healthy fats. It keeps me full for a long time. So after the brunch, I had this early dinner lunch situation for around 6 p.m. or something, 6 or 7 p.m. I made normal ramen with a chicken katsu, and this again adds more protein, and this keeps me full. Like, this is a very big meal and the ramen quantity is huge. So I topped it with some green onion and one soft boiled egg, and cut the nori sheets into little squares, and topped it with some roasted sesame seeds. And this was my dinner and the last meal of the day. And I also had some chamomile tea and just went to sleep. The next morning I was in a rush, so I just made a quick, I had a egg in the fridge, and I just put some avocado, one slice of cheese, and sliced 2 corns, and had some nachos. I don't know for what reason, but yeah, that was my quick brunch. And then in the evening I had these guacamole and cheese sandwich. I put cheese slice in just one sandwich, and I had these 2 sandwiches around 4 or 5 p.m. And yeah, I love avocado in any form, but this was delicious. And at night I ordered 2 pizzas because the margarita one is like, the thin crust is not very fulfilling, but I could not finish it. So we are starting the next morning's brunch with some leftover pizza, and this is the best way to heat the pizza. Put it on a pan, sprinkle some water, and cover it, so this way the cheese melts and your pizza is really fresh. And I ordered this salad, but for some reason there was just one arugula, one cherry tomato, and one pok choy. I don't know why they were just one pieces of that, but I made a salad. Like, this is a very weird combination, like, who has salad with pizza? But I really like salads. So, and I topped the pizza with some basil, and the dressing was ranch dressing, and this was delicious. Like, it's not very filling, but yeah. So at night I had, like, for my dinner I had this pesto grilled fish. Like, I made fresh pesto with basil, almonds, and olive oil, and marinated the fish in that, and cooked it, and had it with some sweet potato fries with Mexican seasoning, and some usual mayo mustard dip. I started the next morning with a frozen banana, frozen berries, and it's totally okay for the banana skin to go brown in the freezer. It happens. And you can follow me on Instagram if you like the food content I post. And I just added some milk in the frozen fruits and made this breakfast bowl filled with frozen banana and berries. There were 2 bananas, in fact, and I usually do this when the banana is about to go bad or I would not be able to finish it. I just freeze it and use it later, and it preserves it, like, the freshness, and it gives a very nice texture. And I added some kiwi and seeds on top for the bowl, like in the bowl. And I planned to make Thai curry this day, but my grocery order did not come and I was really hungry in the noon. So I made a wrap, like a rice paper roll. I made some paneer bhurji, but I wanted a roll, so I just like added it on the rice paper, and for some reason it tasted good, and I added some butter, lettuce and basil on top, and it was decent. Like I did not have to knead dough to make the roll like the chapati or something. And for my late lunch, early dinner, I had this red fish Thai curry and rice, and it looked literally, I have written like this, literally looks like the emoji of curry there is on your emoji section. And I had this and topped with some basil, which I literally shredded later but kept the whole bunch because it was so pretty. And I had this for my early dinner, but guess who got hungry again and ordered some paneer tikka, which was okay. So I just had like 2-3 pieces and saved it in the fridge and had it the other day. Like the next day, I started my brunch with the red Thai curry, but I had some red Thai paste in the fridge, so I added that also in my Thai curry. So it was slightly spicier than the last day's one, and I again added those paneer tikka slices, like sliced it and toasted it to make it crispy on top of rice, and also had nachos as a little snack. And this is my literally favorite flavor, jalapeno ones. And for dinner I made some dalia khichdi and again had toasted those paneer tikkas, and it made them crispy and very soft on the inside. And I cannot go like eat my meals without spicy achar and raita. So I had this khichdi and added a very big spoon of ghee on top because I love my ghee on khichdi. And this was my dinner, and I also had some leftover aloo bengan sabzi on the side, which I just had it. I love sabzi, so I can have it in any form. And midnight I was really craving something, so I just I had this ready to eat upma in the fridge, MTR one, and I made a quick curry leaf chutney on the side. And Saturday's morning, I actually tried to make this for the first time, the Japanese egg, but it did not turn out good. Like there were not enough sufficient layers. So there were 2 reasons, I think. One, I used only 3 eggs. Second, I chopped the vegetables. Like I love my vegetables, so they were a bit chunky, so it could not form, like stay in shape, but it tasted really good, like way superior than a regular omelette. And I had it with some soy sauce and it was delicious. So I have a major sweet tooth, and after every meal I go in the fridge and like my hand goes like to find something sweet. So I make this mini donuts and they were so cute and delicious. So I have these small cookie cutters, and they were like, if you compile them, they are like just 3 or 4 donuts, but they are so tiny inside and so delicious. So I made a big batch of them and kept it in the fridge. And for lunch I had udon noodles, like a normal stir fry, and the sauces are just oyster sauce, soy sauce, vinegar, just 3 sauces, and salt and pepper. And I also made a fried egg, which did not turn out well, so but I had it anyway because it was very crispy, fried on the outside, gooey on the inside. And I had it topped the noodles with the fried egg. And this was my lunch, and it was very saucy and delicious. I also had some leftover soy sauce from the morning, which I finished it with the noodles. And it was light soy sauce, like I mixed the dark soy sauce with some water, and I stored the leftover udon noodles in the fridge. And this will be my dinner, but I don't like to repeat my meals, so I made some I process my leftovers in some other form which make them tastier. And I just rolled the noodles in it's a udon noodle sushi. I don't know if it exists, but it exists in my kitchen, which was also good enough. I just wrapped it in a nori sheet, but it was really difficult to cut. So I just had the entire roll and topped it with some mayo sriracha and had it with some wasabi and my soy sauce, light soy sauce. And yeah, this was my small tiny dinner. I was not very hungry also. And this was my last sushi, like the nori sheet that I had in my fridge. And this was my dinner and I really enjoyed it. And Sunday is here and I started my morning with the donuts and iced coffee which had some caramel syrup in it. And there's not a better breakfast to exist. And for lunch I made this South Indian style chicken curry in which I added some coconut milk and curry leaves and mustard seeds. And I made this curry and I'm just adding a piece of hung yogurt, like hung curd, and then I added some onions and a lemon slice because my breakfast was relatively light, so I had a big lunch today. And this was my last meal in the house and I had to use all the leftover vegetables. So in my spaghetti, like the classic marinara sauce spaghetti, there are vegetables because I had to use what I had in the fridge. And I finished the entire meal and I was gonna go home the next day for Diwali, and hence this video is also late because I could not find time to edit and voice over the video. Thanks for watching and I'll be back soon with another what I eat in a week video once I'm back in my house. Bye!
Wherever you are, lover, come home.